Hey everybody, my name is Guardo and welcome to episode 15 of the Minecraft vlog. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. Today we're gonna go and make an upgrade to our chicken pen. Being that we had a little fun in our last episode with redstone, I'm feeling a little lucky and I'm gonna try another redstone project. Now this redstone project is gonna be a little tricky because it's going to require a redstone clock, and I don't get along with redstone very well, so I foresee issues already. Now I've made one before in the past, but it was while I was watching a video on how to make one at the same time. So this I'm going to kind of do off of memory if I can, without trying to resort to a how-to video, but we shall see how this goes. Okay, so the idea is we're going to make a hole in the middle of the roof here and put a dispenser, and this dispenser is going to automatically be shooting eggs down from the chickens that are laying the eggs on top of it. Now let's just find the center. This is an odd number long, so as long as we get, what is it, 5, 6 right there. There we go, that should be the center. Now we got 5 blocks on each side. Let's go ahead and get up there so that we can throw the dispenser. And it's going to be a little tricky placing this dispenser, because what we need to do is we need that dispenser to aim down so it's shooting the eggs down. And then out of the eggs that it shoots down, each time it shoots an egg, there's a chance that it actually shoots a chicken out. So what we'll have in the end is a infinite source of chickens, and we could just come to the chicken farm and use a sword that's enchanted with fire aspect 2 and kill the chickens, and you'll have a whole bunch of already cooked chicken along with a ton of feathers. I'm really curious how these chickens got up here on the roof, because it looks like our coop is being overran with all these chickens. On the roof, in the chicken pen, around the chicken pen, all over the place. I don't know if they're flying out or what. One of the good things about having so many chickens is that we get all these eggs. And we're gonna need a whole bunch of them once we start to get the base of this set up. And really the hardest part of the base is going to be getting this dispenser placed correctly, because it's going to be a little tricky to do on an iPad. And yeah, that didn't work so much. Well, let's break that out and see how we're going to make this happen. We might have to get a little bit creative. Where did it go? Probably upstairs. Let me just take a quick look around to make sure. Yep, definitely not down here. Let's get back up there and try this again from there. Maybe we'll have a little better luck upstairs than we do from, I keep saying upstairs, I mean on the roof. Maybe we'll have a little bit better luck on the roof than we do actually trying to attempt this from the bottom. So let's see, can we get this thing placed correctly to shoot our chicken eggs down straight into the chicken pen? Can we do this? One would think this wouldn't be such a hard task to do, but it is proving to. Really? Are you flipping kidding me? I don't want this to shoot a friggin' chicken into my face. I want to shoot the eggs down into the ground. Into the ground. Not at me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I said the chicken eggs, not me. Let's try this from the bottom. Bam! Alright, one shot. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, boys. That's what I'm talking about. We got the first part down. I don't even remember what in the world we were working on. I've been trying to do this. The chicken shooter, the egg shooter, the automatic egg shooter. We're gonna be shooting eggs into the chicken pen, creating enough chickens down there to start our own Chick-fil-A. That's what I'm talking about. Except for we're not gonna call it Chick-fil-A. We're gonna call it? What are we gonna call it? We're gonna call it Filet-O-Craft. That's what we're gonna call it. Oh man, guys, it is far too late. I probably shouldn't be recording this right now. I'm going half delirious and doing a terrible job explaining what I'm doing. So what we need to do here is we need to build a base. I don't even know what the heck we need to do. Ah, that's right. We need to build blocks around the dispenser. We're going to put a hopper on top of the dispenser. The hopper is where the chickens are going to be sitting on. And then we're going to build a 3x3 platform. You don't necessarily even have to do a 3x3. I make a 3x3 because I like the looks of that better. So basically we have a 3x3 platform. We're gonna have a hopper in the middle of it. We're gonna have glass wall all the way around it, and then what we're going to do is we're gonna sit chickens on top of the hopper, and as the chickens sit on the hopper, they'll lay eggs. Those eggs will fall into the hopper sends it into the dispenser launches it down. Now every egg that it launches isn't necessarily going to be a chicken, but 1 out of the 8 eggs should hatch a chicken. So as long as they're shooting eggs, we got chances of chickens being made. And as we continue on our gameplay, you'll notice that the chicken pen generally fills up pretty quickly with tons of chickens, which makes for an excellent food source. It makes for an excellent source for feathers to make arrows. It's just all around a really good thing to have, especially at the beginning of the game, because food can get difficult in the beginning of the game. Now that we have our glass up, we're going to utilize the eggs that we have and try and spawn some chickens with them. As you could, well, that was terrific. As you see, I just went through a stack of 16 and didn't get a single chicken, and now I'm spawning chickens and getting them to they're accidentally flying out. I wonder if I could actually kill a chicken with an egg. That would be, oh my god, now I just made a mess and let chickens out. That's terrific. Oh, the baby. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spawn a bunch of chickens off camera to save myself the embarrassment, and I'll be back in a flash. Guys, this is me post gameplay. As I was editing this episode and reviewing some of this footage that I wasn't going to show, I actually caught something pretty crazy on camera. I've only read about this on Minecraft Wiki, but it's basically when you toss an egg and 4 chickens hatch from it. It's a rare case, but watch this. I forgot what it was. I've read about it a while ago. I think it's like 1 in 200 and something times of throwing an egg or something. It's definitely super cool. I thought that was crazy and something that you guys might find interesting. And now back to the program. Alrighty, I think I have these chickens keep flying out. I want to get a few more in here. Let me build this glass up a little bit so that I could throw this in here, and that can kind of act like a barrier so they don't go flying over it. But I think I have a solid 20 to 30 chickens in here. That's probably a bit overkill and going to produce a massive amount of eggs. But let me go ahead and close this up so that nothing could attack our poor little chickens in here. And once we have these chickens enclosed, this is like a set it and forget it thing where it just kind of automatically does its thing. We obviously are going to need to wait for these chickens to grow up so that they'll actually start laying some eggs, but I'm going to go ahead and get things cleaned up around the area here. Now that we have things cleaned up, we could start working on the redstone clock that we're going to need. And this redstone clock is going to be sending a charge to our dispenser to trigger it to shoot an egg out. Now we're going to be building this thing off of memory, and if I remember correctly, I had a problem with it last time. And now I'm realizing that I need more than just redstone, so let me go and grab the other components that I need, and I'll be right back. Alright, now that we have these redstone components, let's go ahead and make a little bit of a flat area so that we can make some sort of loop for this ticker, if I can remember how to do this. And as I'm getting into this more, I'm thinking that I'm not remembering very well. Let me make some more space so that I could lay this redstone out without having to jump around all over the place, and put the comparator down, because I think that's what I needed. Although, this is not looking like that's what I needed. Let me hit this button and see if that does anything. Yeah, not so much. Alright, this is an epic fail on building a redstone clock off of memory. So, let's hit the books again and regroup. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I just wasted a lot of time, but this should be the setup. A block of wood, redstone torch on it, redstone circuit, and what we're going to do here is complete the circuit, and that's going to cause the circuit to actually short out and trigger itself multiple times really quickly, as you just seen. Now there's one step that we need to do to this to make it so that it continuously does that, and that's the step of adding the repeater. The repeater is going to cause it to repeat this process constantly, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the repeater down and hope that this works. Woo woo! This is what I'm talking about, boys. Now I can quickly switch the repeater down to the slowest setting so that it activates the circuit about once every 2 seconds. As you can see here, this is awesome. Great success. It's awesome when a project actually comes together. Those chickens are laying eggs. The dispenser is shooting the eggs. Let's go get some more eggs so that we can play with this a little bit. There is something that I wanted to show you, what I was talking about when you have a sword that's enchanted with fire aspect. It makes this a super easy process. Looks like we have a villager over there that's a zombie villager. That's interesting. Alright, but check this out. So we just hit the chicken with our sword and it cooks it for us. So it drops the, it doesn't drop raw chicken, it drops cooked chicken. And this setup that we have, it's a bit of a manual setup. I know there's ways to automatically do this with a dispenser and lava and more redstone, but I'm not that savvy with that just yet. It'll obviously be something that I work on in the future. Whoop, a couple of them are getting away. I must have left the door open. But anyhow, this is a super effective, super efficient chicken farm. You basically never run out of chicken, cooked chicken. You never run out of eggs, and you never run out of feathers, because as the chickens that are in the what do they call those things, an incubator, I don't know. Anyhow, as the chicken, oh, did you just see that? You see them? It's shooting it down. That one actually turned into a chicken, but there it goes. It's launching the eggs down automatically. It'll go until there's no more eggs in the dispenser. There are tons of chickens in the actual thing above, so once they grow up and start laying eggs, that thing will just start shooting down tons of eggs, and in turn populate the chicken pen with tons of chickens. So you can quite literally come here, clear out the entire chicken pen, and then it'll automatically fill it back completely up. Well, I am over, well, my inventory is full of chicken, feathers, and a whole bunch of building materials. So I'm gonna head to the house quick, unload everything, organize everything, and then come back to the farm, pick up a bunch of eggs, stock the dispenser full of it, and start playing around with these chickens. Alright, so I am back. I picked up a bunch of chicken eggs from downstairs. Let's throw them in the dispenser and see this thing in action. As I was making my way up here, I'm noticing that chickens are all over the place. So I'm most certain that they are getting out of this chicken pen. I'm going to have to come up with a solution to fix this. And I think I have just the idea. The other ideal thing that this farm produces for us, other than items, is a way for us to gain a substantial amount of experience without having to risk our lives for much of anything. As you can see, as I keep going through, my experience bar has been going up and up. That looks like we have some company. And normally I would be happy about that, but Jinx is my daughter and it's way past her bedtime, so her little narrow tail should be in bed. As we go in here and slaughter some chickens. And look at all this cooked chicken that we're getting. Tons of it. Eggs, cooked chicken. But there's food for days. Now let's start solving the containment issue. So I cleared out the chicken pen. Rest assured, our dispenser above us is going to repopulate it. I chopped down some wood, made some fences. What I'm going to do is fence in the entire area here and see how it looks, see how it turns out. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to keep it that way, but that'll be a nice fix for now. Let's put the finishing touches on the fence over here, and then we just need to figure out how to throw some lights up top on there. Gonna have to build some blocks. I did notice something interesting. When there's no adult chicken in the pen, the little baby chickens, or the biddies, they follow an adult chicken that's out of the pen. They just kind of follow it around. I thought that was interesting aspect of the gameplay. Alright, so now we have our torches. Got to give this place some light. Let's go ahead and throw them on top of the fences in the front, and this should in fact keep everybody contained in here. Hopefully this works. It'll be something that I check on later on. And look at this beautiful masterpiece. This really did come out okay. I might just leave this like this. I had a few different ideas, but I thought this would kind of solve things temporarily. But I kind of like it like this. Oh, I like it like this. That dispenser shoots out the egg slow motion for us. Slow motion for us. Oh man. Alright. This masterpiece is done. I'm delirious. I don't even know what time it is right now. But yeah, I do know what time it is. It's time for me to end this vlog and go upstairs and yell at Jinx to go to sleep. She's lucky she's upstairs, and I can't yell at her from here. But I'm gonna take a quick picture for some Instagram, get to the house, sleep so that no monsters spawn. And there you have it, guys. That's how you make an automatic egg shooter. By the way, I don't even think I introduced the new horse. We have a new horse. That's Kryptonite in the background. Go Kryptonite. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for all the support you guys have been giving me. I can't wait to see you till next time, but for now I'm off to go and pass out. Thanks again and good night.